Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're going to be exploring the 4 queens of tarot, how to embody these queens' energy and what their energy is all about, the light and shadow attributes to these queens, and at the end we're also going to look at the Empress because she is the embodiment of all 4 queens. I was really inspired to make this video, so I hope you enjoy it. And before we get into it, if you're interested in diving deeper into your inner work journey and connecting with your spirit in a way that's aligned and specifically designed for you, then check out my coaching. The link is in the description box. And if you're interested in booking personal tarot readings, the link for that is also in the description box. So everything I mentioned, the light and the dark, or the in alignment and the out of alignment, it's all boiling down to balance. And at the end of the day, as long as you can strike a balance with this, whether you're trying to embody these queens' energy, or you're trying to up-level yourself, or you're just simply doing a tarot reading and getting a feel for the energies, going too much on either end of the queen's energy will tip you out of that balance and tip you out of alignment. There will be timestamps in the description box. If you're interested in a specific queen or learning more about a specific queen, you can definitely go through and just click on that. And now let's get into this video. So the first queen we're starting with is the Queen of Wands. And the way I've structured this video, you will see that it's based on the suites in tarot, their order. The Wands, the Swords, the Cups, and then the Pentacles. And then the Empress will be at the end. So with the Queen of Wands, the first thing her upright is she knows exactly who she is. And she doesn't need anyone's validation to prove it. She's not trying to prove it. She just is it. She is magnetic. She is confident. She is charismatic and passionate and absolutely on fire because she's so connected to her life force energy, her sacral energy. She pours energy into fulfilling her inner desires and makes her so magnetic and radiant to the point where she can walk into a room and capture people's attention without even having to say anything. When people look at her, they cannot help but be attracted to her. Because of her strong connection to her life force energy, she's able to uplift and motivate and energize people around her without having to say or do anything. I mean, she can, but sometimes it's just her presence. Just her presence is enough to motivate people and energize people. And she uses this strong connection to her life force energy as a way to tap into her intuition and guide her through life. And because she's a queen, it tells us that she's evolved and matured through the Suite of Wands, through her fire, through her passion, and she now knows how to direct her fire and her passion in a way that's going to be beneficial to her, in a way that's not going to burn her. She knows how to use her creative fire, her creative spark, as inspiration and fuel to her fire rather than something that's burning her. She's bold and she's independent. She's not bold just for the sake of being bold. She's just naturally in alignment with her core being. And being in alignment with the Queen of Wands is not performing charisma. It's not performing magnetism. It's not performing being bold. It's not like forcing yourself to wear bold clothes. It's being true to you, wearing what is true to you. And sometimes you do have to step out of your comfort zone, but in a way that's still in alignment and true to your core self. Queen of Wands does not perform. That's a shadow attribute. That's an out of alignment attribute. When out of alignment with her energy, she wears a mask of arrogance, but that's really just born out of insecurity. She performs. She's performative. She's doing things to put on a show because of that insecurity. And I think of like a chaotic fire that's burning recklessly. That's what happens when the Queen of Wands is out of alignment with her energy. Because of that, she can even be very easily burnt out. So tapping into your natural magnetism will naturally align you to this Queen of Wands energy. And there is going to be a PDF download available. It's free. It'll have more affirmations, more embodiment tips for all the queens and the Empress. That's in the description box if you're interested in that. So the first thing that I would say as an embodiment tip is to create something just for the joy of it. Literally just for the pure sake, because it's something that you enjoy. Like for me, it's this video. I genuinely love talking about tarot. I love talking about the tarot related to inner work. And this to me is exactly what that is. So creating something that's genuinely a passion for you, not because you expect any results from it or not because you're trying to have a specific outcome, but just because you genuinely enjoy it, that right there is going to put you into alignment with the Queen of Wands energy so quickly. Start becoming comfortable with being seen, with being heard, being looked at. And I don't mean that to be just on social media, like posting things on social media. For some people that might be important, but I feel like this extends more to like in our day-to-day life. Be comfortable with putting yourself in positions where you are seen, obviously in a safe way, and in a way that's not compromising your safety. But hello from my future editing self. So my example here wasn't very clear, but what I was trying to say is that if you go to the grocery store, for example, instead of keeping your head down and just getting what is on your list and leaving, challenge yourself to hold your head up higher and look around you, make eye contact and take up space. It's okay to be seen. It's born out of insecurity and a lack of confidence. And remember, the Queen of Wands is extremely confident. Even if she messes up, she's not afraid to mess up because her confidence isn't about being perfect. And if you want to know more about confidence, I actually have a video all about building true inner confidence, and I'll link that up here in the cards, wherever it is. And the next way that you can really embody this Queen of Wands energy is making eye contact. Making and holding eye contact is so important. I'm not telling you to stare at people and just like puncture them with your eyes. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But make and hold healthy amount of eye contact. Kind of shows that maybe I'm lacking confidence in myself and maybe I'm not really sure about what I'm saying, or maybe there's some level of insecurity there to the other person. And even internally, you kind of affirm that to yourself, that I'm not worthy enough or I'm not strong enough to look this person in the eye and speak to them. Whole nother situation if you're actually doing something and you can't literally make the eye contact. So obviously this is a little bit situational based, but making and holding eye contact is really important to embody this. The Queen of Wands is not afraid of anybody, and her power does not come from other people. So she's not afraid of other people. So she can hold that eye contact and not be concerned with how they feel or what they're thinking about her, because she knows who she is. I also want to mention that it's okay to be out of alignment with this energy. In life, you're not always going to be 100% of the time in alignment with these types of energies. And that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just a chance for awareness, like an opportunity for you to bring awareness to the fact that, oh, like right now, I think I'm coming a little bit out of alignment with this energy. So what do I need to do to come back into alignment? And one of the last ways in which you can embody this Queen of Wands energy, and of course there's so many other ways, I'm sure, but just the one that I wrote on my list, is by stretching your comfort zone through bold action. So slowly starting to stretch your comfort zone, whether that's applying for that job that seems really scary but you really want, or striking up a conversation with somebody like a stranger, or giving somebody a compliment when you otherwise would have held back out of fear of their response. Like, doing those things little by little will start to show your mind and your body that it actually is safe for you to be bold. It is safe for you to be bright. It is safe for you to be radiant. It is safe for you to just be in your own presence and for you to do the desires that come to you. It'll show you that you don't have to shy away from things. You don't have to hide away. You can be present. You can be seen. You can put yourself out there, and it is safe for you to do so, because you are your source of power and nobody can take that away from you. So if you want more information, check out the PDF like I mentioned earlier. It's in the description box. Now let's move on to the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she has built a deep trust and faith with her mind and her intellect, and she's gained a lot of wisdom through her life experiences. She's gone through the Suite of Swords. She's matured. She's evolved. She's really experienced some mental pains and fatigues and things like that, and through it she's grown wiser. She doesn't play games or sugarcoat things. She's direct, honest, and truthful. What you see is literally what you get with her. She's an independent thinker, and she uses her own wisdom as her filter for discerning information in situations. And she's not afraid to question things. She'll question things all day long. And because she's a queen, you know she's compassionate, but she doesn't allow that compassion to cloud her judgment. And people really enjoy talking to her, hearing her talk about the topics that she's interested in, because she has so much knowledge. People are able to learn so much from her, or at least just have and engage her in such a deep conversation. She's open to communicate and socialize, but she has her boundaries firmly in place, and she's going to let you know. If you try to overstep her boundary, she will firmly let you know. And she isn't afraid of learning. She loves to learn. She loves learning new things, of expanding her mind, and that is where she thrives. She's magnetic because she leads herself. She doesn't force people to follow her opinions or her thoughts. No, she just has her own opinions and thoughts. And whether somebody agrees with them or not is not really her concern. And it makes her so magnetic. People are drawn to her because of that. People want to hear her thoughts and opinions because of that. Because she's not trying to force them onto anybody. She just embodies them. She just has faith in them. As we said, because of the experiences that she's gained and the deep well of knowledge and wisdom that she has, she's very comfortable communicating her thoughts and opinions, and she has very good communication skills, typically very strong communication skills. The Queen of Swords out of alignment can have a difficult time communicating. She can trip over her words constantly, or not have a full understanding of what she's trying to say, or she may even be not trusting her thoughts and her opinions and her ability to discern in situations. She can put up walls to keep people out and be a little bit isolated. Sometimes with the Queen of Swords, it's born out of emotional hurt and desire to not want to deal with the emotional pain, so she becomes extremely logical. She lives too much in her head because coming down to her emotions is too difficult. I do want to mention that it is normal to be out of alignment at times with these energies. We are not always 100% going to be in alignment with the light attributes of these cards. Sometimes we may be out of alignment, and that is okay. It's just an opportunity to bring awareness to our life. But that doesn't mean we have to be judgmental of ourselves or overly critical. That just means we can hold space for the fact that we're human, and we're not always going to be perfect, because even machines are not perfect. They make mistakes all the time. So of course, human beings, it's not even a mistake, it's just a natural part of life. So don't be too harsh on yourself trying to be in alignment with this or trying to perfectly embody these energies, because that may not happen, and that's okay. I'm gonna put up some affirmations on the screen, but if you want more, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, check out the PDF, because there will be more affirmations in that. So now let's get into the embodiment tips. The biggest thing that you can do to start embodying this Queen of Swords energy right now is become comfortable making small decisions quickly. Obviously, this only works for small decisions. Like, do you want the bread with cheese, or do you want the bread without the cheese? I don't know. But like, it's not, I'm not saying to do this for big decisions. Slowly starting to become comfortable making small decisions like this quickly and sticking with it teaches you that you have the ability and the strength to then make the bigger decisions. That for the bigger decisions, you have the ability to learn and grow and make those big decisions. That you can trust yourself, because it's just about building trust with yourself. And it starts with the small things. If you can build trust with yourself in the small things, you'll start to be able to hold space for the bigger things. Becoming comfortable with communicating your thoughts and opinions. And if somebody asks you something and you know what you want to respond to that, but you hesitate, in that moment, or even afterwards, whatever, ask yourself why you're hesitating. Are you hesitating because you're afraid of how they're going to react to your response? Or are you hesitating because you haven't fully, you don't know exactly what you want to say? Those are two very different things. And if you're hesitating because you're afraid of how that person's going to react to your response, then there's some work that needs to be done there. So you're not sugarcoating, or you're not holding back or shying away and basically telling yourself that it's not safe for you to express your opinions or your thoughts. And again, it's okay to have this happen. It's okay. Like, you don't have to be perfect. It's not about perfectionism. It's about just bringing awareness and recognizing, okay, I can improve in this area, so I can start to feel safe being more expressive and direct in my communication. Learning new things is always going to help you embody this Queen of Swords energy. Learning new things, expanding your knowledge, reading, even reading boring things. It's not always about reading fun things, though that helps too, but reading the boring things, because with the Queen of Swords, she's come to build trust in herself, and that trust wasn't always built through the most fun ways. Sometimes you have to read the boring stuff too, in order to make sure you're not being like duped out of something, the terms and conditions. You want to read the terms and conditions, and that's not always fun and exciting. But if you read it thoroughly and you understand it, there's less chance of you being taken advantage of, and that's important for the Queen of Swords. So she makes it a priority to read even the boring things, to learn even the boring subjects, because she knows there's value in them. And another thing that I want to mention is that when you don't know something, don't assume, ask for clarity. The Queen of Swords asks for clarity. She's not afraid to clarify things, because she knows that that doesn't make her any less worthy or any less intelligent or any of those things. It has nothing to do with her value and her worth. She's simply verifying. She wants to make sure that she heard it correctly or that she got the information right. And rather than assume and then get it wrong later, she's open to clarifying. So start asking for clarity when you need it. And the last thing that I want to say that will help you embody this Queen of Swords energy, obviously there's so many more things that you could add to this, and the PDF will have more embodiment tips, is being comfortable with silence. It's okay. You don't have to rush to fill the gap. It's okay for silence to happen. And the more comfortable you get with silence, the more open you are to observing people. How do they react in that silence? How do you feel in that silence? And sometimes it's just about allowing for that discomfort. You might get more information if you just didn't say anything or didn't rush to over-explain yourself. So taking a step back and becoming comfortable with silence is incredibly important. It will help you to embody this Queen of Swords energy. The Empress codes already exist within you. It's time to awaken the 4 queens that bring her to life. You don't manifest by chasing, you manifest by being. If you're ready to embody the Empress within you, join the Empress codes, the link is below. Alright, now let's move on to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is so deeply connected to her intuition and to her emotions. She's able to easily tune in and relate to people on an emotional level. And she is very compassionate and empathetic and artistically gifted. And because she is a cup element, she also loves very deeply and can be very romantic. She loves to romanticize her life. Her intuition and her emotions are truly her guide through life, and she trusts them completely. And this strong emotional connection can make her softer in her approach to things, but that does not mean that she's passive or allows people to take advantage of her. That's like the out of alignment or the shadow aspect of the Queen of Cups. She knows that she is her source of fulfillment. She knows that she is her source of happiness and joy, and she doesn't look to others to fill her cup for her. She knows how to do that for herself. And because of that, it makes her very alluring and very captivating, because people feel full in her energy. They don't feel like they have to contribute. They want to contribute. She's so full and overflowing that they want to add to that. They enjoy being part of that. She also doesn't reveal her emotional depth right away. If you notice on the Rider-Waite tarot card, oh, I should have grabbed my cards for this. I totally forgot. Oh well. On the Rider-Waite deck, she has a cup, a chalice, and she's looking at it, but it's closed. So she doesn't reveal her emotions right away. She's not just overpouring her emotions into everybody who walks by her. You have to get to know her. You have to come close to her. And in order for that to happen, you have to build a deeper connection with her. She doesn't just let people into her inner circle right away. She allows for that to happen over time. And because she has such a strong understanding of her emotions, she's able to hold space for others. People, because of this, tend to feel safer to open up in her presence, to open up about their problems, or to open up about how they're feeling. However, she still does have boundaries in place and doesn't just allow people to emotionally dump into her sacred space. Like, she's not open to just allowing emotional baggage to be dumped into her sacred space. So she has these boundaries in place. That's a very important thing with the Queen of Cups. While she is very understanding, very compassionate, and very empathetic, she's not taking other people's baggage on as her own. She recognizes that that is still that person's baggage and not mine to deal with. And the Queen of Cups has gone through the Suite of Cups and matured and evolved through that journey. So she's learned about her emotions and knows how to handle triggers and situations where there may be deep grief or hurts or pains. Like, she's learned how to work with that and how to connect to her emotions and fully feel them and then release them and not allow them to be held on to. And the emotional challenges that she's experienced have helped her to increase her emotional depth. When out of alignment, though, she can be overly emotional. And what I mean by that is she may be starting to dump her emotions onto everybody else. She may have difficulty in regulating her emotions. She may not fully understand her emotions. And again, that is not to be judging or like saying that that's a bad thing. It takes time sometimes to come to understand your emotions, and holding space for yourself while you do that is important. So it's not about being harsh or critical or judging yourself for it, but just recognizing that, I'm struggling to understand my emotions. How can I hold space for myself as I understand my emotions? Also, out of alignment, the Queen of Cups may also be overwhelmed by emotions or be emotionally manipulative or easily manipulated by others' emotions. And sometimes she might not even know who she is because she's taken on everybody else's identity, everybody else's emotions, that she's become just like a collage of other people, but she's not really sure of who she is. So I'm going to put the affirmations on the screen to help you if you are interested. And if you want more affirmations, just let me know, or look at the PDF that's in the description box. It's a free download if you're interested. There's going to be more affirmations and embodiment tips in there, because obviously I can only include so much in this video. Let's get into these embodiment tips. The first thing that you can do to help embody this energy is start bringing awareness to your emotions and holding space for them. Creating a safe environment where you can feel out those emotions and allow them to flow through you and release them. And through this process of holding space for yourself and recognizing your emotions and fully releasing them, you'll be able to recognize which emotions are yours and which ones are from other people. What emotional baggage are you taking on that isn't even yours? And that is another thing that will help you to embody this Queen of Cups energy. And time for reflection is incredibly important. I would say for all the queens, but specifically for the Queen of Cups, because she needs time to fill her cup up. She really needs to pour into herself. So that time of reflection is incredibly important, or that time to fill up her cup is really important. And reducing the amount of negative self-talk will really help you, because you'll start to truly come to love yourself. Because the Queen of Cups, she really loves herself. She pours into herself. She nurtures herself exactly as she needs, exactly as her emotions need. And so she's not talking down to herself. She's not judging her emotions with negative self-talk or being overly critical. She's compassionate with herself. So try bringing more compassion with yourself over negative self-talk. One of the last things, obviously there's going to be so much more, and you can look in the PDF, there's more that I will put there, but just for the sake of this video, is connecting to your intuition through whatever mode you feel like you want to connect to. Starting to trust your intuition. That's a whole process on its own, but truly working on your emotions is one step closer to that. And channeling your intuition through art could even be beneficial to help you embody this Queen of Cups energy. All right, so now let's move on to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is extremely connected to her physical environment, her material world, and nature. Moving through the Suite of Pentacles, she's also developed a really deep faith in her ability to nurture the seeds she plants, and has learned how to remain stable through the ups and downs of life, making her a solid and grounded presence. So she's not looking for somebody else to be her source of stability. She knows her source of stability comes from her. She's deeply connected to her root chakra, and she's very stable in herself. And because she is her source of stability, she's not reliant on somebody else to be that for her. But she is open to accepting it, knowing that she is her source of it. So if that person, or if it's removed, it's okay, because she is her source of it. So nobody can ever take that away from her. You feel at home in her presence. She makes you feel at home. And people love being around her because she makes you feel nurtured, safe, and supported. She gives you that feeling of comfort and security. Because she has, again, tapped into her root chakra. She has tapped into that sense of security and safety and comfort within herself. So she's able to easily exude that into her space, into her environment. And people feel it off of her. I think of like Earth Witch type of vibe when it comes to connecting with the intuition. The Queen of Pentacles connects through her intuition, through Mother Nature, through Earth, through the trees, through connecting to plant life, animal life, the life within her, the life around her. That's how she connects to her intuition. She's extremely patient. She trusts and knows that she has the skills to nurture the seeds, like we said, that she plants, and is patient as they grow. She doesn't try to rush the process. She's not concerned that the seeds aren't growing at this rate. Like, no, she gives them the space and time they need, and whatever they need to grow. And that goes for like not just literal seeds like planting, but like anything, any seed that she plants. It could be a child, it could be a book that she's writing, it could be a business thing that she's doing, or a project, or a relationship, or a whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. That's the thing with the Pentacles. They're not trying to rush the process. The Pentacles are the slowest moving element, because it's the earth element in tarot. And it's because they're not rushing. They're allowing things to unfold in the natural world, in their natural process. And because she isn't trying to force anything, she just tunes in. She tunes into the environment around her and sees what needs to be done, and sees what the environment needs. What care does this environment need? How can I nurture this? Like, that's where her attention goes. And she's able to be that source of safety, stability, and comfort for others without, again, taking the responsibility of those other people on. And her connection to nature, her grounding, her stability, it makes her so captivating. That's her source of magnetism, is because she's so grounded to herself. She's so stable and secure in herself that she's naturally very alluring to others. When out of alignment, she can also be overly materialistic or have a lack of boundaries when it comes to her finances or investment of her time and energy. She can overly invest into some things and underinvest in other areas and lack balance. She may even try to seek fulfillment through materialism or through other people, and seek to find that stability and security in herself through validation from others. She's overly focused on doing other people's work and not focused on just doing her work, not staying in her lane, trying to control all the lanes around her, which does come from the lack of safety, because she's trying to control everything around her to feel safe, and so is lacking that sense of safety and security within herself. So I'm going to include affirmations to help embody and align with this the light attributes of the Queen of Pentacles. And I say light and shadow very loosely because I don't really like to use those words, because I feel like it then makes it seem like the light is good and shadow is bad, when in reality we are a integration of both our lights and shadows. It's important to have both. But anyways, just for the purpose of the video, and if you're interested in more affirmations or more embodiment tips outside of the ones I'm going to give right now, check out the PDF in the description. It's a free download. If you're interested, it'll have much more to it, because I can only put so much in a video. And one of the things that I always think of when I think of the Queen of Pentacles is creating magic in your daily life, creating magic in your daily routines. She finds a way to create magic in the mundane, in the day-to-day, in the small things of her daily routine. Whether that's like having a nice cup of tea in the morning because she enjoys it, or having a nice robe because it makes her feel luxurious. Like whatever that small thing is, she brings that magic into her daily life through those things. It's creating structures in your daily life to help support you. So creating routines, and not strict routines that are like limiting you, but routines that help provide support so you can have free time to do anything else that you want to do. Routines that help provide you the support you need so things can flow smoothly. Also creating structures in managing your finances and your time. Those things are incredibly important to align with this Queen of Pentacles energy. You really need to know where and how you're spending your time and your money, and is that investing in the future that you want? Is that investing in the reality that you wish to create? Is that investing in you in the right ways? So making wise financial investments, being good with your money, paying attention to how you use it, all of those things will help you to align and embody this Queen of Pentacles energy. One huge thing, like this is the biggest thing that you can do to embody this Queen of Pentacles energy, is grounding in nature. Nature is our biggest healer. The Queen of Pentacles is extremely connected to nature. So grounding in nature, being out in nature, being near trees, water, like walking in grass barefoot, just grounding however you need to ground in nature will work wonders in aligning you with this Queen of Pentacles energy. And you'll also likely notice that the more you ground in nature, the easier it is for you to manage your time and your money. At least that's what I've noticed. And one of the last things that I wanted to add to this, again, the PDF will have more, but just for the sake of this video, is don't fix what others can handle themselves. Let them figure it out, because it builds confidence in themselves. It helps teach them that they can figure their stuff out. It's more of what they're building unconsciously. So as the Queen of Pentacles, to embody this, take a step back and don't fix what others can handle for themselves. If they can figure it out, let them. And if they ask you, then sure, you can provide that support and help them. But if they're taking care of it, don't jump in and try to do it for them. And now, finally, we come to the Empress, who is the embodiment of all four queens. She has gone through the journey of each of the four elements: the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. And she has learned and grown and matured through that journey. And as the Empress, it's not that she embodies every single aspect of every single queen, but she has learned what aspects of each queen align with her natural energy, her core, and embodied that. So if she's not a bold dresser in this sense that she doesn't enjoy extravagant colors, she didn't take that aspect on of the Queen of Wands. But that doesn't mean that she didn't take on other aspects that do align with her. And so now she has come to this place of being the Empress, of fully knowing herself, fully valuing herself, being fully secure in herself, and understanding that she doesn't have to be perfect to be secure. She doesn't have to be perfectly in alignment with each of these queens to be secure in herself. No, she's secure because she's learned that she is her source of power. She is her source of safety. She is her source of comfort. She is her source of intuition, of knowing, of grounding. And she's learned all of that by going through the journey of the queens. And because she's embodied all of the four queens and the aspects that naturally align with her, she's extremely magnetic and radiant. And she just exudes this beautiful energy off of her because she's in alignment with her core self. And the Empress out of alignment will typically be seen as the out of alignment energies of the four queens. Out of alignment, she may not be trusting herself. She might not trust her physical world. She might not trust in her ability to create the desires that she wants and ground them into the physical. She might not trust that she can have an idea and bring that into the physical. She can plant the seeds and see them bloom. She may not trust in her abilities. But in alignment, she has already gone through each of these four suites, so she trusts herself. She trusts in her own magnetic power, in her own divine energy. in her ability to lean back and know that things are going to come to her, and that when she needs to take action, she has the power and ability to do so. The Empress has become her full, stable, confident self. She's completely confident and secure in herself. She knows that she can take the action when necessary. She can use her mind when necessary. She can be patient and have faith that the things are coming to her when she wants it to. And she loves herself. She cares for herself. She nurtures her relationships. She nurtures whatever she finds to be important in her life. In tarot cards, the Empress is pregnant. And the reason she's pregnant is because she's gone through all of these things, and now she's learned to take what it was just once an inspiration, turn it into an idea, then invest her emotions into it, physically ground it, and now birth it into reality. And she understands the process of birthing. She understands the process of labor, and that it doesn't always happen instantaneously. It's a process that sometimes takes time, however much time it needs, but she's patient through that process. And she allows herself and trusts herself enough to go through that process and tune in and give herself what she needs when she needs it. And because this video is probably getting very, very long, I'm going to include the embodiment tips and all of that, the affirmations for the Empress, in the PDF. So that will, as I said, be linked in the description box. It's completely free if you're interested in that. And if you made it to the end, thank you so much for being here. Leave me a crown in the comment section and let me know which queen you embody the most, or which queen you're trying to align with the most, or what aspects of which queens you want to bring into your life. Thank you so much for being here. I'm truly grateful to have you here. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye.